So when you go ahead and you log in, this is your dashboard that you will see. Up at the top right, we have create a design. It's this purple button up here. You're going to go ahead and click on create a design. And that's the very first thing that you're going to do when you log in. And then it'll give you some different ideas on what you want to create. For this purpose, we're going to do Facebook. So this is kind of similar to what I did in the first one. I always start with Facebook, okay? So I'm going to type in Facebook post because I want to go ahead and create a Facebook post. It'll take me to a new pop-up window. And if at any point you can't see my screen, let me know because it doesn't show me what I can see and what I can't see. So I just want to make sure you can still see my screen. So then it gives you a blank template. This is just a white blank template and there's nothing on it. If you go over here to the left, you'll see all of these templates. They have coronavirus templates. They actually have coronavirus and COVID-19 elements and little animations with gloves and stuff. So if you ever wanted to create a coronavirus post. They have stuff sorted by holidays, stuff for shoppers. You know, if you were more of an Etsy shopper, handmade shopper, they have stuff for food and chefs. They do have stuff in here for real estate. Very limited templates. So I usually just say, you know, you can kind of use the holidays, like spring, winter, summer, autumn. We're going to go ahead and look at the winter Facebook posts, which are right here. And I'm going to select all. Okay, so let's take a look. And if I scroll down, you can see they've given me all of these, what they call winter Facebook posts. And let's go ahead and we'll just pick a winter one. I'm going to go up here to the first one and just make it real simple. And if you click on it one time, it all of a sudden appears. And let's say you didn't want that one and you wanted a different one. You can click on the second one and it'll change it. So you get the idea for all these different templates. I just want to point out the ones with quotes are great. If you ever copy and paste your Zillow testimonials, they actually have some really nice testimonial and quote Facebook posts, which are really great for that. But we'll go back and we'll do the winter one. Now, the first thing I do want to show you is that you have text here that you can resize. You can change the font and the color. So if you double click on it, or you can just highlight it, we can change it and we can say, Happy February. We'll change this text, then we'll just put in real estate. And then when you want to delete something, you can click on it. See, every time I click on something, we have a boundary box. It's called a boundary box where it's got 4 little circles on the edge of each corner. Every time you want to delete something, a boundary box will pop up and you can go over to this trash can and delete it. This. Not sure what this. Oh, you have to ungroup it first. Grouping means things are together and aligned together. So we're not going to go over that too much right now. We're just going to head back and focus on the text and the boundary boxes. And I can move this just by clicking at it. I can move this over. These snowflakes are free. Okay. If it's not free, it'll tell you, it'll pop up and say, hey, before you download, you need to pay $1 for the image. So these snowflakes are free, so not to worry. The template we're using is free. And then you can move this box down here too. These are just different shapes that the template came with. Now, if I click on this and I highlight the text, I can change the font. Up here is the font. And I go through this more in the first video. And you'll see that some fonts are free and some fonts are not. If you ever see a yellow crown, like an icon with a yellow crown, that means it's paid. You have to pay for it. So like these two, for instance, you have to pay for them. And if you click on it, it'll change it to that font. But when you try to download the image to your computer, you'll get an error message that says you have to pay for, you have to type in your card and pay for it. So whatever you click on, make sure it does not have a yellow crown on it. So we're going to choose this, this font right here, and we'll change it. And maybe we want to change the color of the text, so we can highlight the text again, go up here to color. This is the color palette that they give you. And if you scroll down, it'll have different colors. It gives you the different colors of the template that you have, so you can make sure that it matches. and we can change the color right here. We can change the background. Again, we can move the snowflakes away. We can change the background by clicking on the background. You can see that it has a blue line around the box. We can click the background, go up here to color, and change it. Maybe we want to do like a dark blue. Bring it back. And then we want to change the font of this because it doesn't match now. And we'll change it to white, the color white. And you just have to select the text that you want to change the color to. And there we go. We've got real estate happy February in 2 different blue colors. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to upload. So now every time you create a post, according to the advertising rules, you should have the Remax logo. I know some don't, but you really should. That is part of the advertising rules. So you can see these are all my images that we've uploaded. But when you go to upload over here in the left corner and you click upload media, you can search your computer for that specific image or logo, Remax logo. And I have another training tutorial that shows you where in Max Tech in the marketing portal where you can actually find the Remax logos. I can also email them to you, however you prefer. So let's say I bring in the logo, which is right here, the Remax logo. I click on it one time and it's going to appear right here. And now this is too big. So I want to resize it. Again, we've got the boundary box. So I'm going to click on it and I'm just going to resize it. And then I'm going to move it. See, you can move it anywhere you want. So I'm just going to put it right up here. So now we have the Remax logo, the words real estate, and happy February. So now that we've brought that in, I'm going to show you the animate. It's called animate up here in the top left. Okay, let's click on that. You get 6 free animations. And if you pay for it, you get 11. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through the different types of animations. The first one is block. And when I do it, it shows you. So you can see what it does. Okay. Second one is fade, where it will fade in and fade out. We've got pan, where it'll come from the left to the right. We've got rise, so it'll come from the bottom up, just like that. And we've got tumble, where it'll tumble in from the right and the left. You can also do none. So if you don't want any animation, it defaults to no animation. I'm just showing you again. We click the animate button up here. I'm going to click block because I like how it appears with the block, with the text. Now you'll notice this next to block, it's a timer. It looks like a stopwatch. It says 5 seconds. So right over here, this stopwatch, if we click on it and we drag the timing, we can actually make this animation 30 full seconds long. You can do up to a 30-second video. So on your post, it would be like animated for 30 seconds with twinkles and snowflakes.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
When this gets posted, do you have to hit a play button for this to happen, or does this happen automatically?
It depends on your Facebook settings. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like
when you put it on Facebook. Yeah, it depends on your Facebook settings. Some people have it set to where the videos will autoplay. Like on my Facebook, it's the default settings is auto, but if you've turned that off, then your videos won't play automatically. So that is a good question, Debbie, that when you upload this to Facebook, the user, depending on their Facebook default, might have to click the play button in order for it to play.
Gotcha.
So disadvantage and advantage just kind of depends.
Okay,
but yes. Yep. No, good question. Yeah, I have encountered that. On Instagram, it will play automatically. So if you promote yourself on Instagram and not just Facebook, the animation video will play automatically on Instagram. It'll just keep playing every 30 seconds. It'll just keep going autoplay. But on Facebook, it does not necessarily autoplay. You have to click the play button. So big difference between Instagram and Facebook. So animation might be better in your case for Instagram. It just depends if you use Instagram for your real estate marketing. So back to the timer on the stopwatch. So we can make this as long as 30 seconds on Facebook, or we can make it as short as half a second. And it defaults to 5 seconds, and we can change the timer to 9 seconds. Click done. And now we come up here to the play button. See, now it tells you, okay, this little animation is going to be 9 seconds long. I'm going to hit the play button up here, okay? And it'll show me. And it'll play for 9 seconds. And then after that 9 seconds, it'll repeat itself. And see, here's what it'll look like on Facebook, where you'll have to click the play button.
Yeah.
But on Instagram, it'll just, boom, it'll go right into it, just like that. So it does preview it for you. After you've played it, you can download it, and the down arrow means download. And it's going to be an MP4 video. All of these animations are MP4, .mp4. Okay, so just want to get familiar with the .mp4 video. And you would click download, and it would download to your computer. And just like you add photos on Facebook, same thing. You would add the photo video on Facebook, and you'd be all set. In the free version as well, you can also publish directly to your Facebook. So if you click publish to Facebook, you can see we're connected in our office account to the business Remax page. Let's say you have your own business Facebook page, and you can connect it. And then once you click on this, I have tried it, it will instantly, it's instant, within like seconds, it'll upload onto your Facebook business page. So that's something else you can do instead of going through the download button. So now what I want to do is I want to show you shapes. So there's 2 different types of animation, okay? There's this animation, which is blocks, fade, moving text and images onto the template. And then there's actual shape animations, twinkle animations, star animations, snowflakes animations. So all of the animations, you need to find them under elements. So we've got templates on the left-hand side, we've got uploads, we've got photos, and we've got elements. You're going to click elements, and this is where we're going to find everything. Now, there are 2 words that you can use in order to find animations. You can type in the word animation. So if I type in the word animation, I will get different types of categories for animation. You can also type in the word moving or effects, the same kind of thing. It'll give you the animation. You have to know how to search for the animation. That's the kicker. So that's why I'm telling you to type in the word animation. Just remember to type in the word animation into the search bar, click enter, and it'll give you categories on here. And we can see we've got star animations, or it'll give us little stars. This is what I call twinkles. For instance, if you click on one of these, it gives it a nice little twinkle. And we can move that up here. See, it gives it a nice little twinkle. And if it's too big, we can resize. Okay. You've got heart animation. So if you wanted to do a Valentine's Day one, you've got all of these different ones you can do. And if you click on it, it'll bring it in and it'll show you. It'll preview it for you. And if you don't want it, you just click the trash can up at the top right and it'll delete it. Sparkle animation is another one for twinkle. And let's see, if you scroll down, you can see we've got all of these sparkle animations, twinkle animations, star animations. Star and sparkle animations are very similar. Let's say we want to grab this one. Just click on it. So all you have to do is click one time on the image and it'll bring it into the template. And we can resize. See, we've got the boundary box around it. We can resize and we can move it. We can move it anywhere we want. If we go back up, we've got arrows for animation. So if you're creating a post and you want an arrow like contact me or call or text me, you can use an arrow. Again, we can resize it. And it would be something like this, you know, pointing the arrow saying, Happy February. So we've got hearts, we've got circles, we've got fireworks and explosions. We've got different shape animations. Some of these circle animations or shape animations are kind of fun because when you scroll down, you can see there's a lot of different variety. You cannot change the color of the shapes. You cannot change the color of these particular animations. Some of them you can, but in where we're at right now, you cannot change these. So if I click on one of these, you get the idea. We've got a lot of animations going on this page. I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the arrow. And we can go to the play button over here up at the top right here, this play button, and we can play it. And it'll show us. We got a lot going on here. And I'm purposely overdoing it because I want to show you your different types of shapes, your different types of arrows and lines that you can do with the different animations. So we've got circles, sparkles, stars, rectangles. We've got lines, arrows pointing. And again, to delete it, you just click on it and click the trash can. Click on it and click the trash can. Let's say you want to make a copy of this. Let's say I really, really like this star twinkle and I want to make a copy. Over here, we've got this icon. This is duplicate or copy. And if we click on it once, oh, we got to click on it. You usually just have to click on things one time. You don't need to double click. If you just click on things one time, then you'll get multiple copies.
Can I tell you a quick tip? You don't always have to go up to the trash can. You can just right click on the image if you can get the border box around it. And when you get the big copy, paste, delete, that's where you can delete that element as well.
So right mouse click and you could copy, paste, delete. Is this what you mean?
Yep, yep.
Okay, so that's kind of nice. That's a little bit faster. So we can delete. And we have undo and redo buttons up here. So let's say, whoops, I didn't want to delete that. You can redo. So we've got a redo and an undo button over here as well. If we right mouse click it again, you'll also see something called send to back and send backwards. These are different positions. So if you're familiar with the program Photoshop and Adobe Photoshop, you can move images to the front. You can move images to the background, the foreground and the background. This is the same kind of thing. So I'm going to show you in just a second. If I take this star, I'm going to resize it and make it really obnoxiously big, but I'm going to put it behind the text. You can right mouse click and send to back and just keep sending it to the back until it goes behind the text. You can also go up here to where it says position and send to back. I'm not sure why it's not going backwards. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Let's delete this one.
I know. I always have to play with send to back and backward.
I know.
All the
I
time,
know.
and then-
I think it might have done that by accident.
Yeah, it's weird.
Another thing, yeah,
tricky.
because you do have to move things around. I'm going to delete the snowflakes right here and just have the stars. Something real quick I wanted to show you, I forgot to show you, is transparency or opacity. Let's say, okay, this is obnoxiously way too white. So you can go up here to where it says transparency and you can make it, change the opacity so that it's just real subtle. Just really, really subtle, just like that. So that's something else that you can do if you don't want to move the position of it, because that kind of requires a lot of toggling back and forth. So this would technically be my design. And if I decided I wanted to change the animation, I can go up here and I've got block again, fade, pan to the left and to the right, rise, bottom to the top, and tumble. For the paid version, let me just show you. You've got stomp, where it'll come out like a zoom. You've got something called baseline. You've got pop, where it'll just kind of boom, pop right there in front of you. You've got neon where it'll flicker. And you've got something called scrapbook where it'll kind of tumble in just a little bit. So those are the paid ones. We'll go back to the free one. We'll go back to block. And again, we can click the play button. We still have it set for 9 seconds. If we wanted to go to the stopwatch and change that and maybe make it to only 6 seconds, we can do that. And then click the done button and then go to the play button and we can watch. And you'll notice since the stars, I'll call them the stars, the sparkle star animation, since it's an animation, it's going to keep going. The text only comes in one time. You can't change that. But the stars or the sparkle animation will keep going for that 6 seconds that we have it set to. Remember, you can do up to 30 seconds. So if you do 30 seconds, those stars in the background are going to keep going and going and going for 30 full seconds. That's why I changed the opacity. So this is what our video looks like. You've got the text that came in, and then you've got the stars that go for another 5 seconds on top of that. And they just keep going. And I like to add the stars and the twinkle effect to a lot of the posts because I think it adds kind of a nice touch. So that's one of the ones that you might see on our Facebook Insider for 100% Club or Happy Anniversary with Remax. You'll see that we use that a lot. Oh, we've got someone coming in here. Hang on just a second. Welcome. Welcome to our training. So this is where we're at. And again, we can click the download button. And if we download it, it'll download as a .mp4 video. Or we can publish straight to your Facebook page. If you want to save to your computer so you don't delete the template by accident, I would suggest downloading it first and downloading to your computer. And then saving it in Dropbox, Google Drive, or wherever you save your files in the cloud or in your folder. Now, to create a brand new template, we'll click Add Page right here. We'll go up to the color, the background color, and we'll make it white. And I want to show you something else. We don't just have animated shapes or animated twinkles or sparkles or lines, but you can also have animated, what do you want to call them? Like people. Like they actually have people animation. So to get that, you can type in the words. You can type in the words in the search bar. You can type people animation. And this might be a little funny, you know, corny, but you can always just play. I'm just showing you what's available and you can use it however you want. I just want you to know that it's there. So for instance, we've got this woman doing aerobics in her window. Okay. She's so happy. You could write something, hey, she just bought a house. And then you've got her little jumping up and down, something corny like that. And these buttons up here allow you to crop the image. So you can crop her. Notice we can't change the color of her dress. There are some shapes that will allow you to change the color, but you don't know what they'll allow until you click on it. And it'll show you up here if you can change the color or not. Notice how the only buttons we have are crop and flip. So now we've got everybody cheering on, hooray, hooray, accepted offer. And you can have these people cheering. And then you can move them around on the page. See, we can move him. We can flip him. If we click flip, we can flip him horizontally so that he's over here. We can move her. We can flip her horizontally so that she's cheering. So people is kind of fun. You may not necessarily use it a lot, but you'd be surprised what's out there. There's not too many, but it's just there. So in order to find this, what I did is I went up to the search bar and it'll say search elements. And that's when I typed in animation. Okay, so I'm going to backtrack real quick just to re-show you. That's when I typed in the word animation, because if you don't type in the word animation, this is what it's going to look like. you're going to be sitting here going, well, these are shapes, these are lines, these are photo frames. Stickers are animations. We'll do stickers in just a sec. But a lot of these aren't animation, they're just stills. Well, what I call stills, 2D images. So you have to remember to either type in the word animation, or you have to remember to type in the word sticker. Stickers are what they call now GIFs, however you want to pronounce it. But you need to type in the word animation or type in the word stickers. So now we can focus on stickers. I've got a brand new template right here that's blank, and I want to bring in a sticker. So we've got stickers, we've got arrows, shapes, we've got flowers for stickers. Flowers are nice. If you have a new listing, you can add flowers to it. So we could put a flower here in the corner. We can click on this flower. We can resize it and we can move it here, over here. We can click on this flower. So if you have a new listing, you can design it by bringing in the photo of that listing, and then you can add little flowers to it. Now, what we can do is we can rewind here for a sec and go to templates, and we can bring in a template. And I'm going to show you, let's see what's available for real estate. Let's type in the word real estate. The search bar up here is great anytime you want to search for something. Okay, any type of template you want to search for, whether it's winter, spring, autumn, Christmas, Valentine's Day, or real estate. They'll show you what you have. They're not all related to real estate, but you get what you get with the free version. Okay, so that's what I was trying to explain earlier. And it'll tell you when you scroll along which ones are free, which ones are not. And if I scroll over and highlight here, it says that's pro. Pro or the crown means it's paid for. So this, I'm sorry, means it's the paid account that you've paid for. So this one isn't free. This one isn't free. This one's free, beach days. This one's free as well. This one is not. But this one is. So remember I was talking about testimonials. These can be great for that purpose as well. So now I'm going to go over to elements, and we can add little stickers. Stickers or animations. Stickers are the same thing as animations. Stickers are more variety. Okay, so you've got hearts, shapes, lines, stars. If you click on it, you can see what it does. And if we move it around, we've got a kind of a twinkle effect right here. If you have any questions or if I'm going too fast, just let me know. Stop me anytime. We've got sparkle stickers, which will sparkle. So you can do stuff like this and just move it around. A lot of it is just kind of getting familiar with the program as well. We've got lines, borders, shapes, colors. Here's another line, goes like this. We can put it here, do something like that. So you can do a bunch of different cool things. You can see the idea is that you can create your own little type of template itself using the stickers and using the animations that you have right there. And then we can bring in our image of ourselves. This isn't the best template we're using, but I'm just trying to give you an idea that you can move around this text box. You can move this around. You can move it towards here. You can move the text however you want. Or if you're like, no, this is a disaster, I don't want to use this, I want to completely chuck it, there's a trash can right here, and it says delete page. And what that will do is that will delete just this one. It's not going to delete this one. See, each one of these templates has a trash can. So this one, I would say, okay, I was just playing around. I don't really want to use this. And then you click the trash can and it'll delete. And then all of a sudden you can see it's gone. And if you want to undo, you just come up here over to the top left with these arrows and it's undo and redo. Undo and redo. And let's say I want to create a new one. This is the icon for creating a new template. It says add page. And let's say you don't want the background to be blue, so you can just pick a template here. And let's say we'll pick this one. Okay, so let's say, okay, I want to start over. I want to go and upload a photo. Upload, we'll grab a photo. Throw your photo in there. You can copy and paste your Zillow testimonial here. Okay, so we'll just put Zillow testimonial, copy and paste right here. Okay, depending on how long it is. And I can show you, and we'll go through this again. And then you'd put your name right here. You can either put real estate agent or you can put whoever quoted, the home seller or the home buyer. Maybe they're from Lansing, Walter Smith. So we can move the text, maybe bring it down here. We can move the quote. Now you notice we can change the colors of all of this because every time we click on something, you'll notice we get a color palette. So if you don't like the color brown, you can click on that and it'll show you as you scroll down, we have all these different colors. So we've got purples, blues, greens, yellow, orange, and black. Right now it's set to brown. We can change it to blue. Anything that's brown we can change. So we've got Walter Smith. Let's highlight Walter Smith. Let's change his font. We'll change the font of Walter Smith. We can resize. We got the plus arrow and the minus arrow to resize his name. We can make him really big. And we can change the color. We want to make it blue again. So this is what we have right now, what it looks like. This brown line, let's say I want to change the color. I see my color palette right up here. And I can change that to blue as well. And let's say, okay, I want to bring in the Remax logo, which I did. Again, to do that, you would go to upload, upload media to your device, and you would search your computer for that logo. I already have the logo. Let's bring it in. And we can put it right here. You can put it wherever you want. I'm just going to stick it right here for right now for this purpose. And let's say we want to put some type of animation or sticker up here. So now we'll go down to elements. So just remember, where do you find the animation and where do you find the stickers? It's all under elements, which is over here in the left-hand corner. We've got the buttons called templates. We've got uploads. We've got photos. We've got elements. That's where you'll find the animations, the circle animations, the borders, the shape animations. We have text. Some of this text they've created for you with different fonts and colors that you can use. So you don't have to create everything from scratch. Styles, if you pay for the service, if you pay for the Canva paid account, you can create your own color palettes. Audio is what I was talking about before. A lot of this you have to pay for, but it's pretty cool because they'll bring in instrumental, they'll bring in happy music, country music, jazz or blues music, advertising, Weather Channel music, and you can bring that in and it'll play for it. And if you want me to give you an example, you can see I'm going to bring in this one. If you just click on it one time, boom, the noise will come over here. And it'll instantly play the song for you. So let's go up here and let's preview this. So if we click on the play button up here, I might confuse you. I just wanted to show you the audio real quick in the paid account, just to kind of give you an idea. If we hit the play button up here for 11 seconds, let's see what happens. It's going to show us our images and our music, okay? So that's what it does. So if you like something like that, obviously that wasn't the best music choice. You can have hip hop or pop or whatever you want in the background. But again, that's something you can put on Instagram and you can put that on Facebook. You can also put it on Twitter as well. You can't put it on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is only stills. You would have to upload the file to YouTube first. This something else too. If you use YouTube for your Matterport videos or your 3D virtual tour videos, you can create what this is called animation or slideshows. You can upload this to YouTube. Anything that's a .mp4 video. So .mp4 video. So you can upload this to your YouTube channel if you have YouTube, or if you have someone who like Windowsill will do your own 3D virtual tours, you can ask them if they'd upload your animations as well. So I just wanted to show you that. And to delete it, we just click on it and then there's a trash can over here and we'll just go ahead and delete that. Okay, so I just for fun, I wanted to kind of show you what the paid version offers. It's definitely a different type of feature. It's kind of nice. So now we'll go back to our Zillow testimonial right here, and I'm going to just find a sticker. So we're going to go to Elements, and we've got lines and we've got circles, and these are stickers, so they're going to be a little bit different. So we've got some squares, some square animations. I'll just click on them and kind of show you. We've got some 3D looking squares that are moving. We've got stuff like this. Got a bunch of different choices here. And if we find something we like, let's say we like this, we can go ahead and post it right here. And let's say we're all set and we really like that. We can click the download button, download the MP4 video and upload it, or we can go to publish to Facebook and instantly publish it to our Facebook business page. That is, I would say, the majority of how to do animations and twinkles and moving objects, I would say, like whether it's people or shapes or objects or lines or arrows. That is the gist of how you can do an animation. And you can, the designs will save automatically. I should put that in there. They will auto save for you. I mentioned this in the first training video, but if you ever created something like a Facebook post and you wanted it to be resized, you would have to have the paid account, which will allow you to resize the entire image. Otherwise, you have to recreate something from scratch. So for instance, down here, let's say you want to create this as a flyer. You can go to resize up here and the paid version, and it'll instantly resize it for you and blow it up so that it's high quality. But in the free version, it won't do that. You'd have to recreate it from scratch. This is only useful if you like to have things like flyers and posters also be the same thing as a Facebook post, whether it's a testimonial or it's an open house flyer. I'm just throwing that out there, and I can explain further if you have questions, or you can email me about that. So the paid version allows you to resize to bigger sizes and small sizes, flyers and posters. When the free version will just give you, it gives you the basics. I would say definitely start with the free version because it can't hurt. It's free. And then get familiar with the program. I think it's pretty user friendly. And then from there, see if that's something you want to pay for, the $120, $130 a year. And then we can get more advanced. The only other more advanced tool in this program is video, which it'll actually have videos already created for you. And you can create a template post with animation at the same time playing a video inside. So it'll do a video and an animation. And I'm not going to go, that's a bit advanced, and I'm not going to go over that right now because that's mostly a paid account version. But I just wanted to show you all of these cool stickers and animations for free. These are all free that you can do. And again, to know they're free, when you click over them, it'll say free on it. And if it doesn't say free, it'll say pro, and it'll have a yellow crown over it. So all of these that I'm looking at are free. And if you click it on one time, it'll come in, hit the delete button, and it'll delete. So that's the gist of canva.com animation, unless there's anything that you want me to go over again.
That was awesome. I learned a ton.